Hey there, welcome to our YouTube channel LearnSphere. In this video we will about what is social engineering, definition, attacks. Let's dive into the tutorial. What is social engineering? Means social engineering is the art of manipulating users of a computing system to reveal confidential information that can be used to gain unauthorized access. This can include exploiting human traits such as kindness, greed, and curiosity to access restricted buildings or persuade users to install backdoor software. Understanding these tactics is crucial for protecting computer systems, as it helps in recognizing and thwarting attempts to trick users into disclosing vital login information and other sensitive data. In this tutorial, we will introduce you to the common social engineering techniques and how you can come up with security measures to counter them. How social engineering works. Here, gather information. In this first stage, the attacker learns as much as possible about the intended victim. Information is gathered from company websites, other publications, and sometimes by talking to users of the target system. Plan attack. The attacker outlines how they intend to execute the attack. Acquire tools. The attacker obtains the necessary computer programs and tools to launch the attack. Attack. The attacker exploits weaknesses in the target system. Use acquired knowledge, information gathered during social engineering tactics, such as pet names and birth dates of the organization's founders, is used in attacks like password guessing. Types of social engineering attacks. Social engineering techniques can take many forms. Here is a list of the most commonly used methods. Familiarity exploit. Users are less suspicious of people they are familiar with. An attacker can first familiarize themselves with the users of the target system before initiating a social engineering attack. The attacker might interact with users during meals, join them while smoking, or attend society events. This familiarity can lead users to lower their guard. For example, if the user works in a building that requires an access code or card, the attacker might follow them as they enter, with the user likely holding the door open for someone they recognize. Additionally, the attacker can ask personal questions, such as where the user met their spouse or the name of their high school math teacher. Since the user trusts the familiar face, they are more likely to provide answers. This information can then be used to hack email accounts and other accounts that use similar security questions for password recovery. Intimidating circumstances. People tend to avoid individuals who exhibit intimidating behavior. In this technique, the attacker might pretend to have a heated argument on the phone or with an accomplice. The attacker then asks users for information that can compromise the security of their system. Users are likely to provide the correct answers to avoid confrontation. This technique can also be used to bypass security checks, as security personnel might avoid questioning the intimidating individual. Phishing. This technique uses trickery and deceit to obtain private data from users. That social engineer may impersonate a legitimate website, such as Yahoo, and ask the unsuspecting user to confirm their account name and password. This method can also be used to obtain credit card information or other valuable personal data. Tailgating. This technique involves following users into restricted areas. Out of courtesy, users are likely to hold the door open and allow the social engineer to enter the restricted area. Exploiting human curiosity. In this technique, the social engineer deliberately drops a virus-infected flash drive in an area where users can easily find it. The user is likely to pick up the flash drive and plug it into their computer. The flash drive may automatically run the virus, or the user might be tempted to open a file with an enticing name like Employees Evaluation Report 2013 docs, which is actually an infected file. Exploiting human greed. In this technique, the social engineer lures the user with promises of making a significant amount of money online, often by filling out a form and confirming their details, including credit card information. How to prevent social engineering attacks. Here are essential methods to protect against various social engineering attacks. Refrain from plugging unknown devices. into your computer. Avoid clicking on links in emails or messages from unfamiliar sources. Utilize strong passwords and consider using a password manager. Implement multi-factor authentication wherever possible. Exercise caution when forming online-only friendships. Keep all software updated to the latest versions. Secure your computing devices with firewalls and other security measures. Consider investing in reputable antivirus software. Regularly back up your data to secure locations. Dispose of sensitive documents securely and regularly. Use a VPN to protect your online activities. Always lock your laptop when not in use. Social engineering countermeasures. Most techniques employed by social engineers involve manipulating human biases. To counter such techniques, an organization can familiarity exploit. Train users not to substitute familiarity with security measures. Even familiar individuals must prove they have authorization to access certain areas and information. Intimidating circumstances. Train users to recognize social engineering techniques aimed at extracting sensitive information and to politely refuse such requests. Phishing. Educate users about secure connections agents that encrypt data and verify site authenticity. Encourage checking URLs to spot fake sites and avoiding emails requesting personal information. Tailgating. Train users not to allow others to use their security clearance to access restricted areas. Each individual should use their own access credentials. Human curiosity. Advise users to submit found flash drives to system administrators who should scan them for viruses or other infections on an isolated machine. Human greed. Train employees on the dangers of falling for scams that exploit greed, emphasizing the importance of skepticism and caution.